What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you rocking with me. If you're new here, my name is Michael. I'm a part-time reseller, part-time bullshitter, part-time card breaker of novelty skybox cards from the 90s. I'm gonna tell you right now, who knows if I bought it by the time this video drops, but I've had my eye on, I don't think I'm gonna get it actually, just because it's a kind of expensive for something so stupid. But there's a guy that has a complete box. It's sealed, but it looks like the box has been like damaged, like it's been crushed, so the seal's broken. But Skybox DC Comics Sky Caps, the POGS, and I want to order it so bad and rip it open. I had tons of those Sky Caps. Like that was the, oh, we're gonna run this yellow. That was the like an amalgamation of my two passions at that particular moment in time, POGS and comic books, and I freaking loved them. And so I'm so tempted to buy this box, but like it's $45, I think, plus shipping, so it's like $60 all in. He has best offer on, but he's also, like, I tested the best offer system, and the lowest he'll take is 35, at least based on his auto decline. I could probably message him, but like I tried to offer him 20 bucks plus shipping, so it would have been $35, but I don't know. They're really cool. I really wish my son was older, because I would be more inclined to just order some of this stuff, enjoy it, and then give it to him to fuck around with. But right now he would literally eat the damn POG. So anyway, that's a complete aside. That was a 2-minute aside at the start of a video, and that is my channel in a nutshell, going off on a wild tangent before I even get into the point. Really appreciate you guys, appreciate you watching, I appreciate the support we've had in the channel. Lots of new faces and a lot of comments as of late, and that really helps me to know what folks are engaging in, and maybe, you know, what sort of things to lean into, you know, as I'm sort of making new videos. We've got some things I'm kind of excited for here coming up. We still got some more card break videos for some stuff that I'm excited to open, and I'm coordinating with Matthew at Matthew's Workshop to do a collaboration. He and I collaborate on shit all the time, but we've never done a video before on the 2021 Topps Chrome WWE cards, which I looked at some pictures. Those are nice cards, man. Those things are pretty. And if you buy the hobby box, you get like a guaranteed, I think guaranteed autograph, 1 or 2 guaranteed autographs. I'm also looking at the fully loaded box, because you have a guaranteed encased card. So it's not graded, but it comes in like, you know, a plastic brick, which is kind of cool, I think. So I'm also looking at those. I don't know, stuff like that coming. He brought to my attention that I've bought a lot of CGC books over the last couple months, and have not done a video on any of them. So we'll have a little mail day video here coming up. I'm waiting on 2 more books to arrive that I just ordered. So once those get here, we'll do a little mail day. Got some pretty cool stuff lately, actually, that I think some folks will enjoy. It'll be fun to share. Speaking of, I had an eBay situation yesterday. They made some changes to the app, and I wasn't paying attention. I was just sort of working on autopilot, and I accidentally left the guy negative feedback. Which, like, negative feedback, my comment is fast shipping, well protected. Like, what are you pissed about, right? I figured it out a few minutes later when I went to leave somebody else feedback, and that time I noticed that the buttons had basically flipped. I was like, oh shit. So I went to try to change it, and you can change your comments, but you can't change your rating. It's so stupid. I'm really getting sick and tired of eBay's ass backwards interface. Like, it's 2021, and in a lot of ways, eBay is less functional now than it was in like 1999 in a lot of little ways. the company is stronger, you know, like they're way more profitable and they're, you know, they're way more successful. And in that regard, you know, kudos, because they've stuck around. But in a lot of ways, the site is garbage. He and I were talking about bid sniping software, and I used to use a piece of software, and then this is back in 1999 when auctions started at a penny, like consistently. Like that was the norm, was to start your auction at a penny, and it would go up to, you know, tens or hundreds or whatever. And I had one back then. What brought it on is we were watching a Simpsons trading card auction. At the time was sitting at $200, and arguably the value of this stuff was like between $600 and $800. And with 15 minutes to go, it jumped to $227, and he and I were discussing which of us was going to bid on it, and it literally counted down to zero with 227 as the bid. The winning bid was $535. All of those bids came in, it literally at the last second, even after the last second, with like 0.01 second remaining, because it didn't even update, you know, and that's the norm on eBay, you know, for it to do that. But it to almost double in price at that point is wild. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen an auction do that, to double in price in the closing second. That's incredible. And that got us on the subject, and that just reminded me of like how much eBay has changed and how much it hasn't changed. Yeah, so I'm getting pretty sick of it, of all of that backwards. But anyways, I messaged the guy, getting back to my point about this negative feedback. I messaged the guy, I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry, I screwed up. I can't figure out it won't let me change it. It says you have to request a revision. He messages me today, and this is typical eBay, because they don't update any of their help files. So over the years, as they've made changes, the help hasn't changed to reflect those changes. So when I search, it tells me he needs to do it. When he searches for the help, it says that I need to do it. So dumb. That's not a lane, buddy. And so, like, we're going back and forth, and I Googled it and I looked it up, and it says he has to request a feedback revision, which comes to me to approve or deny. Like, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. I should be able to just go in and change the feedback. It's my feedback. If I've changed my mind for any reason, I should be able to adjust that. You know, particularly when, and I haven't run into this personally, the one negative feedback I received, eBay removed. According to the email I get once a month, they've actually removed more than that, because they have some sort of search thing that searches out, like, I don't know, unfair or inaccurate feedback, and they'll remove it. So I've apparently had more negatives than I'm aware of that they automatically removed. My guess is people that are, you know, chronically leaving negative feedback, or people whose accounts got suspended or whatever. But I've been told that there's been more removed than the one that I asked about. But what I hear from a lot of other sellers is that and a lot of this depends on what rep you get, but eBay tells them that it is an accurate reflection of the buyer's experience and will not be removed. Doesn't matter if it's unfair, or if it's bullshit, or sometimes it's just flat out wrong. Like, clearly they left this feedback for the wrong thing. They're, you know, the comments don't match the product they bought. They're talking about a functionality that doesn't exist, you know, with this. Clearly it's that they just made a mistake, you know, and eBay's like, well, tough shit, you know. So it's asinine to me that I can't change the damn thing. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Hopefully the guy gets worked out. He's got 1,500 feedback. So, you know, in the long run, it's not going to hurt him. But it's going to take 12 months to fall off, you know. And that's not fair. So hopefully, I sent him the link to the revision request when I found it. So hopefully he can get that to go through, and then I can approve it. But I felt bad because, you know, some people take their feedback really seriously. You guys know I don't really take it seriously. I just don't sweat it. Even on, like, I have 270, I think, feedback. Obviously, I've sold, you know, 10 times that, but that's just the number of people that actually leave feedback. And like, if I had a negative, I would just be like, whatever. I might reach out to Facebook Marketplace if it was something stupid, or not Facebook Marketplace, eBay for Business on Facebook. I might reach out to them if it was something stupid. Or, you know, if it was just like really unfair. But for the most part, I don't care. But at the same time, some people take it really seriously. You're a good guy. And, you know, in this case, like, he didn't deserve it. It was like not intended to be negative feedback. So I don't know, it just pissed me off that I couldn't just fix it. Now I got to message the guy and be like, you know, sorry, I'm a jerk, you know, I hit the wrong thing. Not really, obviously. He was cool. Like, he was like, oh no, that sucks, you know, and you know, thanks for letting me know, blah, 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 blah. Like, he was cool about it. And it's one of those things where it's like, it happens, you know. I told him, like, you know, hey, sorry, blah, 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 you know, but I don't know, it's just garbage. It's hot garbage. Sorry, I just noticed that the old FYE, there's been some business operating out of this storefront for a long time, and it seemed governmental, and I have not been able to figure out what it is. Well, now they have a giant work source sign up, so it's the unemployment office, which is actually really good, because before you had to go all the way to the far freaking end of Bremerton. It was far, and it was deep, and it sucked. So I'm actually like, that's actually a really good spot to put it, quite frankly. It's well located from the bus lines. There's a, you know, transfer station right there. It's actually a really good place to put an unemployment office. But so it caught my attention. But anyway, neither here nor there. That's it for this one, guys. I really appreciate you. Let me know down in the comments your experience with eBay, and some of their, you know, really, I always say Web 1.0. So much of eBay is like that original website that launched in what, like 1995 or something, and then stuff like built on top of it. Instead of, you know, rebuilding and relaunching, it's all sort of been piled on. And, you know, that's why certain settings live over here and certain settings live over there. And if you want to get to those settings, you can't go straight to that settings page. You have to go to this page and click this thing and go into this thing to get over there. Like, there's the whole navigation of the site is horrendous. Shout out to Matthew. That would be a good video for somebody who's like new to eBay or newish to eBay, because he's reached out to me on a regular basis to get clarification or help, you know, pointing in the right direction, because you just can't find anything. You know, that would be a good video to kind of just talk about a new reseller's experience on the platform. You know, I was on eBay in the beginning, and I sort of periodically been on eBay, not as a seller but as a buyer. Been on there, you know, basically for its entire existence. So, you know, it was a little more manageable for me, but if you're coming in completely blind or had a larger gap, then maybe not so much. So, yeah, let me know your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent with eBay and some of that just really outdated functionality that they insist on. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below, click the bell icon, etc., etc., and I will see you next time.